You ever feel like life is just going completely shits? You ever feel like you just don't fit in? You ever feel like just life is just completely just lifing and it's just... Well, if you have clicked the right video. Because today, we're going to explain that you're not the only one. And there's a completely good reason for feeling like this, and you're not crazy. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. What's going on, man? It's God, dog. It's Mint coming with another. It's been a long time since I've done something like this. Conversations from the table. This not necessarily just motivational. This is just me rambling my mouth. And one of the biggest things that I've been finding out lately, and I've been going through myself, is I've been kind of feeling like I've been alienated. I go through life sometimes and I really do feel like I just don't fit in. Like, I talked to my wife about this, and even my friends, some of my friends know about this. Like, sometimes I just really don't feel like life is really just normal right now. With the norms of everybody either looking like a goddamn Barbie or everybody looking like a goddamn action figure, to everybody believing whatever they see on social media. Oh, grass is blue? Is that? What? Grass is actually blue. They have places for people like you. I don't know what is going on. Where to start? What we are witnessing today as norms in life are not traditional ways of life. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, I thought I'd never really see it really get to this point where I see so much unstableness within the world, man. Like, the world is very unstable right now, man. And like, it's all about people trying to make the biggest dollar, looking like something that you were not to start from the beginning, like doing just crazy things to try to get attention, like not caring for each other. Like, it is really messed up out here, man. And to start off, man, if you're one of the individuals, man, you're sitting at the camera, you're scrolling through social media, and you just feel like you are not yourself. You don't feel like you look good. Stop thinking that. Social media is getting into your head. The norm of everyone right now is everyone has a BBL. Everyone is popular. Everybody got chains. That's not the norm. The norm of life is just waking up, being able to embrace life, knowing that you are happy that you are able to wake up and live life. Stop looking at the norms of social media thinking that you got to have plastic surgery, that you got to get things done in your body, that you got to wear all these weaves, makeup. I'm even seeing the fellas, bro, like the wigs and the fake beards and the like, yo, you all are really forgetting about the first step of the first value in life is love yourself. If you're doing all of these things to try to change yourself, you are automatically devaluing yourself because you're not loving yourself. You're supposed to love yourself as you are. And it may not always be physically. And that's just being real. But deep down inside, you must reach and find that beauty within yourself. You don't have to walk around here looking like a Barbie or a goddamn action figure to try to draw attention, man. Another thing, you do not need to feel bad for working. Yo, it feels like social media is like really trying to downplay the average working individual. But you cannot do that because there are some average working individual that have salaries of millions, that are actually working, that are happy. They don't have to deal with the everyday norms of life and what people deal with on social media because they're working. At the end of the day, do not feel bad at what you're doing because at the end of the day, man, it is just a building block to get to where you're going or where you want to be. It's normal to work, man. It's normal to go through a process. It is normal to have to do something before you reach another level. I just don't get the point of where I see that is like such a big issue these days. Another thing, it is okay to fail. You got to understand there will not be success without failure. If you do not know how to embrace failure, you will not know how to enjoy the harvest from your success. It's just being real. A lot of social media and a lot of people these days will make it feel like failure is the end of the goddamn world. No, it is not. It is just merely the beginning to another step in the process of your life. You must fail to realize that you must learn from your mistakes. Now, if you fail and don't learn from your mistakes, then that's a different story. But you must analyze your failures and your mistakes, and you must learn from them, because at the end of the day, every company that exists now, every game, everything that you see now that exists had to have failures. The PS5 is as good as it is now because of the past failures. Not every single one of their systems was the best. And a lot of people will still argue that the PS2 was still one of the best systems. But at the end of the day, they learned from their failures. They learned from the mistakes. They learned from what people wanted, and they made things better. You must learn to take them small pieces, even if they're failures, and be able to implement them into your life, man. And not think of them as just bombshells just coming down to rain just pure bull onto your life. Because that's not what it is. You do not have to fall victim to these norms of life. Another thing, men, women, we need each other. I really am starting to hate this war with men and women, and people don't realize that's one of the most dangerous wars that there could ever be. We don't have plenty of wars in this lifetime that we've lived. Vietnam, World War I. What? Oh, wait, hold on, but what was that? That was my heater. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, but we've had plenty of wars throughout this lifetime. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Civil, Revolutionary. Yo, we can keep going through many wars, but the worst war that we could ever face is men versus women. Because you don't realize the damage that could cause. For one, if you value life and the creation of life, you're automatically throwing that out the window. Because you have to be able to bond with each other to create. Don't let nobody tell you no other stories. Men and women must bond and must create to keep reproducing. Another thing, it creates more of the distance between men and women. So now you got a lot of people online saying that men are not, I said men, Lord Jesus, men are not chasing after women as much, and women do not care about men as much. So let me break this down. The men that do not care about women as much, most men are supposed to be able to bounce back from being hurt when going through an issue. But a lot of these norms of life will make it feel like a man should shut down. He should not open up. He should deal with things that is going on, and it's causing a lot of these men to become bottled up, and they have a lot of held in emotions, and they hold that out against, most of the time, women. So now you got a lot of these men that are now building up grudges against women. So yeah, they are not approaching women. Not only that, I'm going to be real with you. A lot of them are intimidated because a lot of the women these days don't fall for just simple game. You got to have a certain look about yourself, a certain oomph that a lot of these individuals don't really have or cannot obtain at the precise moment. So it causes them to shut down and not want to talk. On the other end, we got women. I understand that a lot of men are not shit. I used to be one of them ain't shit niggas. Just being real. Before I got married, before I had my daughters, and I started to really learn to value women and men, I used to be one of them. So I do understand that men sometimes cannot they can be stupid sometimes. Just being real. But the thing is, you must learn to battle. You must learn to come out better from them circumstances that you had to deal with. You must not let another person's wound scar become another person's wound. That's what you cannot do. You must allow that chance for another person to come in and possibly change your life for the better. I understand it's easier said than done, but you cannot hold on to that because it now builds that mentality. Oh, I hate men. All men are not this and ain't that. Like, you are now building a story in your head that is flawed and is basically not true because you've been damaged. And it may have not just been one. It may have been multiple, but at the same time, all men are not like that. You can see men that are married, and you see men that are married that are still ain't-ish. But at the end of the day, it's not every individual. And at the same time, you got to understand, social media is good for showing the bad in people. So again, you got to realize that in a lot of relationships in the beginning, it's not going to be easy. You're going to go through that BS. But don't let it fool you into thinking that you have to give up. Now, it's a certain level that you will reach that of BS that you just should not take. And one of the biggest things I would say now is abuse. You should not, men or women, either side should not tolerate any kind of abuse. But other than that, if you talk to a lot of old heads, cheating, different things, man, you gonna work through it. To death do you part is how it's supposed to be once you get married. So a lot of people are not reaching that level because they're fooled by what they see on social media. You're now following this famous, what you call power couple. And now you think the power couple, oh, this is a normal life. This is how it should be. But you should both have money. You should both have Bentleys and BMWs. Like, no, they not showing you the process that they had to go through before they got there. Instagram and social media is nothing but a highlight reel. You are now thinking that the norms of what you seeing on there is now the power couple. So now it's causing stress in your household because you're putting stress on either person because you are trying to live up to these norms that are actually not traditional. You must crawl before you walk, and you must walk before you can run, and you must run before you can jump. I would say leap. Leap sounds so much better. So you're trying to tie your relationships to what you see these celebrities, and then all of a sudden these celebrities break up. You got a lot of people that really look at these celebrity couples as real role models. And one of the biggest things I'm going to tell you in life, and it's some real stuff, is you shall not attach yourself to anything. That's whether it's person or object. You must always have in your head that something can go wrong. And it's just keeping it real. If you keep that thought in your head, a lot of people go through life thinking that everything is just perfect. A lot of people don't know how to really think about, damn, things can go wrong. And when something goes wrong, it makes you panic. You go crazy. So one of the biggest things you must realize is that you must keep in your head, even if it's that 1%, that something can go wrong. So you must not attach yourself to nothing fully. Always leave that 1% to yourself. Just because anything can happen. Especially with people. People can change because of circumstance, because of environment, and just because of life. Hell, your dog can do that. Your dog can go out there and get bit by a snake and start going crazy, and you wonder why he come in the house acting. I mean, anything can change that situation, environment. Stop attaching yourself to the things that people are considering the norms when they are not the norms. It's making society really run rapid and run nuts because you are trying to run at such a fast pace that you are refusing to take the small steps to get to that bigger step that you're trying to get to. Again, I said in a past video, life's a cinch if you move by the inch. Life is hard if you move by the yard. You must take those small steps first, man. That's big, man. So again, if you were feeling like you just not fitting in life, you were not going crazy. The norms of life are not the norms of life, man. You must value yourself and know what you want, not what everybody else is trying to present to you. Because right now, the only thing they're trying to feed you, and I said this before, they're trying to feed into your veins, into that vein that you got in your body. They're trying to feed that IV. And I say that IV is image and values. I've said this in past videos, man. Listen closely. They're trying to feed you that IV. And that IV is image and values. And that's not all that life is about. Just think about what I said in this video, man. And just, if you're not feeling normal, man, recognize that you're not the only one. This is coming from somebody that has went through that step and that has opened up and realized that it's not me. The world is really falling victim to a lot of bad standards and bad habits that they're not realizing. So you may be a part of that certain percent that are not fitting into the regular normal of what everybody think is normal. Value yourself, man. That's the biggest thing. That's pretty much all I got for this video, man. I really hope that this video was able to help somebody out. I just really had this on my head, man, just from personal things that I'm going through and just my experiences, man. And I just want to give a little insight, man, to somebody else that's watching this video. I just really hope that somebody was able to take something from this video and they was able to get through the end of this and feel better by the end. That's my whole goal. MENT stands for Minds in the Next Transition. And that's what I want everybody to do, is transition to another level, man, and not have to go through this mental battle that everyone is really going through in today's time, man. So I hope everyone's day is going good, man. And if it's not, I hope it becomes better before the end. Remember, when you wake up and you got a reason to smile, then you got a reason to live and keep going. Stay strong and stay blessed, never stressed, everybody. We out.